Welcome to the magic, it's a tale that's tragic, filled with a pain that's harder than plastic, especially when you discover you don't have it. When I started, I was less than amazing, but now that I've been chosen by the grimoire, I'm rising to the occasion in a blazing flame of magic. Ain't no hocus pocus and abracadabra, not a wizard you joke with. It's not Gandalf the Grey, but you shall not pass hopeless. Better be ferocious, was the poorest orphan living in darkness, but now that I'm focused, I be thanking all my hardships.
Hitting back with that Bond guy. Got that power like it came out of the Don guy. Pops passed the torch, now I'm the fam's Don guy. Think you Eisen, but you looking like that Don guy. Y'all like soy fun, your raps barely sting. My boss gets a potential, got that masterful swing. They say it ain't over till the fat lady sings, but you'll know it's really over when that black lady sings.
Max speed, blow up the moon, and now we're making these children write essays. Coming with tentacles, teach you a lesson on why you don't mess with the sensei. I amaze, used to be the reaper, now I run this class. I can turn a loser to assassin, do it real fast.
I think I've been out of my head, gift was given, made some poor decisions that I wish I didn't, but I do it again, feeling different. I was on a mission to achieve my vision with a page and a pen. Sit and listen to the words I've written, I ain't even finished till I see that they're dead. Don't even try to pretend, there's no malicious intent. Stay in my thoughts, keep to the morals of God, and kill everyone who was not, never get caught. Tell every criminal's rot, to consider me as a god. Whatever cost, that's how I excel, cannot be stopped even if I fell. I'm taking them off, if you gotta tell, I gave up a lot to give you this L.
Yeah, here comes Sonata. When I'm on the go, the enemy's got the guard up. Never gonna fall off, bet I'm gonna pop up. Way sure, but I'm picking pictures like a sauna. Hot like a sauna, the ball of fire to know nada. But I'm gonna chase desire to go farther. Every jump would take me higher, they put walls up, so I had to learn to fly. Putting up points, breaking into climbing the wave. Best decoy, got a little something to say to anyone that doubts that I'm here to stay. Only got one goal, is to play the game. Underestimated, I'm the ace. You just wait, when I spike it past the net, you might take it to the face.
Coming in with 100% of me, I got you all trembling. Oh, just for the flick of a finger, put you back where you're supposed to be. I'm not holding back, I got you so calculated. I'm one step ahead, one for all gon' be demonstrated. I got it good, nothing better, and you should know. Started at the bottom, but I made it to the top. So step aside, I'm climbing to great heights with all my by my side, repping UA with pride. Oh.
Giving you the finger, spirit gun. Send you off the boat on, then you done. Hit you with a stick gun, didn't need a grip. When I'm pulling from the hip, then grip.
Because I'm locked, loaded, the clip is ready to go. Got a shotgun in my hand that's about to blow.
Cause I'm hitting you quick fast, giving you whiplash, wearing these spirit cuffs. You could be human or demon, cause honestly, I just don't give a fuck. If you're looking for the best, just know there's no other. Cause I'm flexing out here like I'm the youngest Agora brother.
They call me Gintoki, slim not stocky, let me show and jump on your leg in the body. Odd job Gin, don't mess with my posse. If you touch my hair, then you will be sorry. Nah, bogey, nah, Nick Conne. I just say now, cause you're way too sloppy, got a silver soul. Shiro Yasha, swing my sword and a manto scatter. Gintama, not Kintama, to Shinpachi, we need money. If cat good or cat soda bring more trouble, we keep running. Pay rent, that's a waste of time. That weather girl, I will make her mind. You can beat me up and that's fair and fine, but if you hurt my friends, I'm prepared to die.
Look, slaying demons, that's what we do. If you feel with evil, then my blade is highly lethal. If you coming at my people, pray to God I never meet you. Ever mess with Nez, you can't go when I see you. I've grown stronger from that faithful day they found me. I train hard to hold my skill, the progression's so astounding. My style like breathing water, that mean you can never drown me. Whirlpool, that mean I'm slicing everything around me.
EMMA 63194, listen what I gotta say. The others walk seems, now we gotta run away. Don't you talk adults out of the anime. You could break every bone in my body, I won't falter. And if the plan fails, the idea simply alters. These demons scheming, but they ain't the only monsters. I combine IQ, break the safe, strength in numbers. Now we woken from the slumber, never ending perfect summers. Across the farm, you can't help but wonder.
See, I'm the anime Raekwon, the chef, baby, stay calm. You can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen, get a day job. Word, and the finale superb. I take a sec, put on my band, and I'll be happy to serve. So ma, tell me what you like, and I can hook it up. Your boy got them recipes, the best couldn't cook it up. And she gon' bust from the taste of my meat. Chef boy, are these boys always cooking up heat.
It's my go, they call me Chitaro. Don't get me mad, I'ma go fast, hold the way jazz, you go through silos. Got that drip from Cairo, girls will sip my silhouette. I don't think it's a type of fight, my platinum psycho, none of y'all is a threat. What you got to say in your breath, better speak with a bigger chest. Now you lie down with my pet, while he keep his on your neck. All types of disrespect. What you expect, go against a vet. Better get your jet when it gets swept through the complex. Now who is next?
Bubble making the first stare. Got me the master of nose hair. Look at the hair on the heads of these anime characters, brother, it's no fair. But I'm better than these guys, don't you understand? I came second place at swimming face to face with desk fans. Afro is full of surprises. Look at my powers immense, leaving views screaming.
Bobo, that makes no sense.
Hunting hair, Hunter Saitama, I'm coming for you. Done, but you better Super Saiyan, God and go.
Oh, they went and called Kakarot. Had to be danger. Leave them flat-footed like they in the gravity chamber. I'm just looking for a challenge. Can you battle me, stranger? Shonen legend in the saddle when the power is major. Level up on the track flow. Ultra instinct. Bye. Fusion dancers always in sync. Wink. And they wonder why I'm last on the song. Cause when all of y'all were talking, I just formed a spirit bomb.
Hey, hello Fantastics, it's Mr. Clintastik, and it is time for, finally, a Forgotten Realms sealed event. Yes, it is here. Adventures in the Forgotten Realm is live on Arena, and if you purchased your pre-order package, you got token entries. So I have a token entry for one sealed event, and I do believe 3 draft tokens. So to start off the day, we're going to start off with a sealed event with this token entry, and finally some fresh life in MTG. Let's go. And I love the artwork for this eye creature here, this beholder. Man, I'm hype. I'm sorry, I'm big hype. Alright, we discussed Orb of Dragonkind in our review that I did with Mark from Death by Variance. It allows you to ramp for your dragons, and it also allows you to search for your dragons. We also have Delina Wild Mage, which is pretty cool. It uses the D20 mechanic, which I'm hyped to see how it works. You can create a token that's a copy of that creature. It's not legendary, and it exiles at the end of combat. And create one of those tokens. You may roll again for 15 through 20. Then we have Icing Death Frost Giant. Oh my gosh, I like this card. It's in standard especially. This is a bomb. This is going to help us win our games. Monty, that was me. Monty boy, that was me. I was knocking. Icing Death is a 4-mana legendary dragon in white, flying in vigilance. When it dies, you create Frost Tongue, a legendary white equipment artifact token that gives your creature 2/0. And whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. I like it. We got Ranger class. This is kind of like a level up saga type deal. This allows you to get a green token, a 2/2 wolf. It allows you to put a 1/1 counter on attacking creature, and it allows you to cast creature spells from the top of your library. So it looks like once you get to level 3, like that's like consistent. We have Orcus, Prince of Death. It is a 5/3 in Rakdos. I don't even recall seeing this. Did I miss? We didn't make it to the multicolored rares, but this is a red-black colorless X flying trampled demon 5/3. ETBs, you choose one of 2. Each other creature gets neg X until end of turn. You lose X life. Jeez. What? Oh my gosh. Return up to X target creature cards with total mana X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. I'm thinking Mardu. I'm not a big fan of Wish. So, let's see how it goes. Right now, the way I'm thinking Mardu, but I'm just going to kick back, relax. I got a meeting in a couple hours, so I can't take forever on my picks or my strategy. But I am going to not rush it. So, let's go straight for our rares and mythics and see, you know, I'll look at the uncommons afterwards. Icing Death, Orb of Dragonkind. Doesn't that help us find Icing Death? Yes. Delina Wild Mage can copy our Icing Death, right? And Orcus can wipe the board or return our guys. So yeah, I'm liking all of those things. Let's look at our uncommons and just see if this strategy can be supported. Here we're leaning heavily towards just being a red build. So let's look at our red cards to start. Boost of speed, an equipment, armory veteran. If it's equipped, it has menace of 2/2. Okay. Battle cry goblin. Whenever it attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, create a 1/1 goblin that's tapped and attacking. That, I mean, that's interesting. And it's uncommon. Did I forget to look at the uncommons? I had just said I was going to do that and then forget. Oh, man. So, keen-eared sentry, you have hexproof? Okay. I'll come back and look at the blue cards. We're going to focus on red, black, and white. Demogorgon's Clutches, Skullport Merchant. When the ETBs create a treasure, you can sack another creature or a treasure and draw a card. We have 2 of those. Okay. Interested. Drider and a 5-drop Elf Spider. Ooh. 4/3 reach. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/1 black spider creature token with menace and reach. Yeah, I mean, I love when we can just make tokens. Of course, we already mentioned Battlecry Goblin. I'm not really interested in Cridle Sheshra. Green black. ETBs target creature blocks this turn if able. Whispers of the Grave. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2 life if you do draw a card. And we also have Brunner Battlehammer. It is a Boros card or Lorehold, whatever we want to call it these days. Each creature you control gets 2/0 for each equipment attached to it. Okay, you may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of the first equip ability you activate each turn. Alright, we'll consider. Like I said, I'm still heavily leaning towards Mardu. So let's go. I love a 1-drop bird. Ranger Hawk. Tap another untapped creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Activate as a sorcery. Okay, Ranger Hawk. I'll play you. I'll look at the support spells in a moment. Dawnbringer Cleric's not really that exciting. It is a 1/3. Paladin Shield's another equip spell I'll look at in a moment. Are we going to be gaining life? Celestial Unicorn is kind of interesting. If we do have a way to gain life, that becomes pretty decent. Wish it had flying. Whenever you completed a dungeon, Gloomstalker has double strike. I want to complete my dungeons before having the creatures before having the payoff creatures for the completed dungeons. Like, I would love to have, like, I don't know, let's say 5 Ranger Hawks, right? Give them to me, baby. I'm playing. Priest of the Ancient Lore, 3 mana. When Priest of Ancient Lore ETBs, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Okay. Yeah, Patrick. Equipment could really support the Brunor Battlehammer. But I do want to see, like, what creatures I'm going to be interested in first. Then I'll go back and look at my support. A 4-drop Pegasus flying. It is flying. That's relevant. Target creature gets 1/1 against flying until end of turn. I'm setting these to the side because, like, unlike these creatures, they kind of don't pop off the screen for me, but they're still interesting. Like Veteran Dungeoneer, ETB's Venture. I think I just want to complete a dungeon. That'll be pretty exciting. I'm not really excited about Devoted Paladin yet. Planar Ally, whenever ally attacks, venture into the dungeon. Okay. I'm trying to complete as many dungeons as I can. What up, Samaj? Thank you for tuning in, as well as Patrick. Appreciate the support. Devour Intellect. Target opponent discards a card. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast a spell instead, that player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, then that player discards that card. Nah. Feign Death. Until end of turn, target creature gains until when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped. Another support spell. Return up to one target card from your graveyard. No, one target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Venture into the dungeon. So this, if say we lose a creature that ventures, that could help us continue our venture and get back the venture creature. So I'm kind of interested in that. Heavy. Alright. Hired Hexblade. Elf Warlock. When in ETBs, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and gain a life. Thieves Tool. Another equip. When in ETBs, create a treasure. Okay. Equipped creature can't be blocked as long as it has power 3 or less. That's interesting. Once again, it is a support spell. It's a support spell that ramps. So I'm definitely interested in that. But I'll just have to see when I come back to support these things. Like Orb of the Dragonkind isn't even a guarantee just yet, because currently we only have one dragon to even search for. So we'll see. Vampire Spawn, a way to gain life, lose life. I mean, we only have one creature that gets a payoff for that, and that's Celestial Unicorn. But it's something to keep in mind. Alright, Yuan T Fang Blade. Death Touch. I like that. When it deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. So I'm really going to be trying to venture into the dungeon as much as possible. At least to just, at the very least, to see how the mechanic works. So I might be going heavy into the venture mechanic. Do not judge me. Or judge me all you want. It doesn't matter. Herald of Hadar. 5-drop. Human Warlock. Circle of Death. You pay 6. Roll a d20. 1 through 9. Each opponent loses 2 life. 10 through 19. Each opponent loses 2 life. And you gain 2 life. And 20. Each opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. Create 2 treasure tokens. Pfft. We'll try it. Why not? Zombie Ogre, 5-drop. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. Okay. What up, John? Thank you for tuning in. Big hype, big hype. Been ready for Forgotten Realms to drop. And we're going to have to run this, excuse me, Eyes of the Beholder, neg 11, neg 11. Like, we haven't even seen removal. Honestly, in white or black, other than Eyes of the Beholder. Uh-oh. Alright, here we got Dragon's Fire. You may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. Deal 3 damage to target creature or walker. If you revealed a dragon or chose a dragon as you cast a spell, deal damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. Okay, that's usable. We have Hobgoblin Captain with Pack Tactics. Whenever Hobgoblin Captain attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, Hobgoblin gains first strike until end of turn. I'm not really trying to go the Pack Tactics route. Even this Pack Tactics with Battlecry Goblin is kind of lackluster in my opinion. We'll see. Okay, Improvised Weaponry. Sorcery deals 2 damage to any target but creates you a treasure. We're going to really need all of our damage, all of our removal, as much as we can get. Okay, Hoarding Ogres seems kind of interesting. 4-drop 3/3, but regardless, every time you attack, you're ramping with it. I kind of like that. And we have 3 of these? Huh. Jaded Sellsword. 4 mana when it ETBs. If mana from a treasure is spent to cast it, gains first strike and haste. I'm not really interested in that mechanic either. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasures. Interesting. Okay. So we really didn't get removal in these colors, right? Let's just take a quick look at blue and green. Ray of Frost, but it only works against red creatures. We got a counter target creature or planeswalker spell that allows you to venture. That's interesting. That's big interesting. Like, I really just want to be a venture, kind of like a venture dice roll deck for kicks, for flavor. Clever Conjurer could actually untap your lands, help you ramp a bit too. Okay, so we might be multicolored dungeons because we got some things going on here. Feywild Trickster is interesting. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy. I like Soul Knife Spy, but I would rather it be Venture. Like, draw a card is powerful, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's a great card, but kind of have things in mind. For the scheme, counter target spell, or draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Contact the other plane. 4-drop 3/3 with flying. Not bad. Arrowcult Elemental can bounce creatures back to the owner's hand. And it's flying. I'm not really seeing any venture. Am I just overlooking? Create a treasure token and venture into the dungeon. Okay. You find the cursed idol. Okay, green isn't really looking exciting. And Gretchen, although adorable with her little mouse, not really looking exciting either. Okay, so we got some decisions to make. There's a lot of draw abilities that I overlooked, I know. But blue had quite a bit of things that I was interested in. Quite a bit. Green did not. So we're going to start cutting things. Like I said, I really want to just focus on the kind of like the venture and the dice rolling. I think that's going to be fun at the very least, even if we don't necessarily win. So we're going to, let's see, we can pop that up here. All right, so the layout, we have 2 green. So we're primarily red, black at this composition. Let's knock out the green. Boom. And we didn't even look at our artifacts. Let's take a quick... Oh! What? We didn't get any, like, colorless cards? Okay. So next is white and blue after the red and the red and black. So for now, let's just cut things that don't really have anything. Like, I'm just going to cut things I want to cut. I'm sorry. I might explain later. Like Keen-Eyed Sentry, although it gives us hexproof, it doesn't venture. I kind of like these Fates reversals. Get a creature back from the yard and venture. Not a big fan of the Battle Cry Goblin. I don't think we're going to be able to attack with the appropriate power enough. We definitely didn't hit the dragons that we need for Orb of Dragonkind. Now we might have to, I'm just really looking at the power right now, because that's clearly not enough early game from what I'm seeing. A lot of equipment is colored. We're going to be looking back at the equipment after we kind of determine our creature spell base a little bit. We're not going the life gain route, so let's just cut those. Venture. I like Clever Conjurer. And it might make the cut, but we're just going to be kind of focused here. Like, I like this, if we're able to, we need more space, like, for real. Let's put Eyes of the Beholder here. And we'll put Clever Conjurer there. We'll see if we have enough dice roll. And I really like Clever Conjurer. Thank you, Evasket Love, for the follow. Welcome to the fantastic crew. Alright. Bar the Gate, I like. You counter. And Venture. I kind of like the You Find the Villain's Lair, but it is double blue. Like, these are all kind of like ramp, payoff, response. I like the merchants because they create the treasure tokens, but if we're not focused on that, I mean, it would help us play multicolors for sure, and it might come back in. I'm good. I'm doing very well. Big hype that the set is out. Get to play some new formats, basically. New cards. When Vampire Spawn ETBs, we're gonna cut that. We're not running that. Fangblade is getting run because it ventures. So blue, black, red with white. We're gonna cut the Pegasus for now. I'm liking the Dungeoneer. I like Icing Death, even though it's double white. But white's looking kind of slim, or actually looking kind of like a Mardu build, in my opinion. Icing Death doesn't venture, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. This rolls a d20, but we'll see. You can draw 2 cards pretty much every time for 4. That's not bad. Delina. We have a creature whenever it attacks. Let's see. Yeah, venture into a dungeon. So Delina could multiply our planar ally. And if we're going to run planar ally, we're going to want Icing Death. I really just want to play it because it's a mythic. Okay, sweet. Just send me a DM. Alright. So, Hoarding Ogre only gets those treasures when it attacks. That's a heavy 4-drop in my opinion. Could be a good play, but we'll see. There's another way to, like, we had the black card here that when it ETBs you make a treasure, right? So, in my opinion, I think that's a little bit better. Unexpected Windfall's not bad. Let's see. So can we be 4 colors? Do we want to be 4 colors? That's another question. I'm not big on the Bruner. I don't think I'm going to be equipping a lot. And if we get the proper treasures, 4 colors shouldn't be a problem. Aircut Cult Elemental is a decent removal spell. I think that's something we're gonna have to really consider here too. All right, so we're making progress here. How many creatures is this? Like 16. So if we keep the Skullport merchants, that helps us with our treasures. Helps us draw cards. Clever Conjurer can untap. Different things, different lands. And it can untap permanents. I'm going to consider it for now. I really think that's going to be a good play. We ended up not being much of a dice roll deck. I mean, yeah, I don't think we're really the dice roll deck, even though, I mean, this might trigger a couple times, get you some value. We'll see if we need it. You find the villain's lair, just kind of like another layer of removal or draw. I kind of like that more than the unexpected windfall. And I kind of like contact the other plane. So if we keep contact the other plane, you'd cut the dragon, Patrick. Yeah, I feel like white is decent enough. This could be an 18 land deck. Now let's just kind of skim over. Because there were a lot of decent equipment, but I'm not typically big on equipment. Especially when I'm first starting a format. That could be wrong on my part. $16 creatures, 8 non-creatures. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling what we have here. I wouldn't mind having some more early game right in there. But this is sealed. It might not be that necessary. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be rolling enough dice for the Feywild Trickster to be worthwhile. And can we make one more cut for this additional land? Because our curve is well over 3. I think we definitely need an additional land. Will this zombie ogre really be good? Sorry, Clever Conjurer does help a lot. Might have to cut this contact the other plane. And let's look at our distribution. Looks like we're heavy black. And we're really a Esper deck. No. Damn, we're really like a Demir deck. Splash red white. Ugh, that's ugly. That is ugly. And I don't think we got any lands to help support us. Alright. Well, let's toss in an additional... I'm going to go with white because we do want to play our Icing Death. We have ways to make treasures, so maybe black would be the way to go. And if you enjoy my content, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to see more of my content in the future. It's a free way to support the channel. I have an Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all of the big things. Forgotten Realms Sealed 1. Share it to Twitter. Let's slap some sleeves on here and go. Your client says it doesn't start for another 10 hours. Well, we're live right now, buddy. We're like this. Let's use the new freaking sleeves. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I'm hype. I'm hype. That took a little minute. Old school Grixis with a pinch of white. Yeah. No, I don't even know which ventures to go for first. Maybe I should go in and pull them up again. Alright. We could use a bit of red manas. Let's pull up those. Guild Thief. Oh no, this builds itself up. We needed red mana. Come on, please. That's unfortunate. Oh no. Which one are we gonna try to make it through? We're gonna try to go through the longest dungeon. That's what we're gonna try. Did I have an answer for our guy? No. I mean, we can get it back once we get black mana, but we really need our red mana or our black mana. Ooh wee. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Mimic is nice. It's a way to fix for sure. If they don't attack here, oh, we're in decent shape. Gee whiz. Alright. No attacks. So we still have you find the villain's lair. We can counter their spell here or draw 2 cards. Most likely we're going to be countering their spell. We're just kind of waiting on a different color of mana. Yeah. Oh, that would have been nice if they decided to do that. Alright. This is kind of kind of painful. But we're still in it. I mean, I'm sure the opponent's kind of hurt too. They're not seeing their lands at all. We're venturing again. Alright, we'll keep that on top, even though it's not the land we need. Oh no, okay. Like, we're locked out of 5 of our spells. Oh, jeez. That's nice. We're about to have a 3-4 out there, though. We can create a treasure token. Alright, maybe I should have took out the 1-3. We'll see. Jeez. Alright, there's a swamp. Forest. Clever conjurer. We might be out of luck here. We never hit our red mana. Jeez. He has plenty of mana for that. So we're gonna definitely have to do some fixing, because I mean we just couldn't play our hand. We couldn't play our hand at all. Like, we have powerful spells, and if we were able to play them out, we would have won, no questions. Yeah. Alright, well, there's a red. Creatures get X until end of turn. You lose X life, so even if we do 4, pretty much dead on arrival, because they can turn these guys into 3/3s. That was pretty painful. Okay. We're gonna lose a life. Do I really want to? I do. Yeah, we lose. We lose. Maybe I should have tried to get rid of that. Let's just venture. Maybe I should have ventured earlier. Like, even if we weren't getting the creatures back, that's a consideration. Because now, they can just turn these guys into 3/3s. Yeah. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I feel like if we would have had our mana, of course, we would have had a much better game. I did like the venture mechanic. Do we need to just cut red? Be more Esper? Because that's where our power is, and we have Frost Tyrant, Planar Ally, just great flying creatures in white and blue, to be honest. Black was really there for treasure tokens and a little bit of venture. I mean, can we beat... How much venture... we lose Eyes of the Beholder, but do we care about losing Eyes of the Beholder? And I just absolutely overlooked this Hama. Room abilities of dungeons you own can trigger additional time. So for now, let's see what blue-white looks like on its own. Ray of Frost is good. I don't know why I was reading that as if it was only for red creatures, but it still works on other creatures. And we got 2 blue flyers, so is it possible to be just blue-white? We could throw in these early game creatures. We don't really have any pumps, right? Uh-oh. Kind of like this. So our main form of removal is Ray of Frost, Bar the Gate. You find the villain's lair. So, I mean, splashing black would give us removal a little bit. Just what? One thing. Eyes of the Beholder. That's not really good enough. Red gives us Dragon Fire. That's really not enough. I mean, we could splash, you know, those cards, but why? Okay, I'm gonna try just white blue for now. Will we be able to complete our dungeons? I don't know. But yeah, let's try this. Sometimes you have to completely reformat. That's just how it is. All right, had time to process the deck, see the shortcomings. Okay, we got to play for turn 1, get to scry. We got to play for turn 2. We do need a 4th land, but let's go. They get to scry as well. Nice. Just swing in. And I think we're going to try to drop Hama into Displacer Beast. I mean, I was about to say they're up to a lot of mana. Oh, that's nice. Draw a card. I'm not going to drop Displacer just yet. Gonna see what they try to take out, because we know they're trying to take something out. Wow, okay. We only have 4 lands, so we can't play that yet. We can play that. I'm just gonna swing one here in case they try to get a little feisty. I'm fine with that. Maybe I shouldn't have swung there. They're getting a lot of value off that. Oh geez. That's really nice. I think I misunderstood that. I thought it was going to take me on into the next dungeon. Okay. That dang clever conjurer really doing work for them. No attacks. We're not in good shape here. Opponent put together some sauce. Opponent, oh, they let those things die. Okay. This Grazilex is doing them just so much work. Oh my goodness. So we haven't really been on the offensive at all. That's been lackluster. I'm going to go in and move on from this. They got so much advantage from drawing cards. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, man. Can we come back? Can we come back from this? Got to go and look, because our curve is clearly too high for us to really even frickin' function. These guys not really coming into play, not doing much. Not even big on this guy. I kind of like contact other plane, but it's not the sauce. I'm going to try Esper, and I'm going to try to cut the curve down. a bit and still focus on venture. Kind of like Eyes of the Beholder. Sealed events are always tough for me, especially in the beginning. But we're here to learn, so can't even be mad. And the opponents, I mean, they're coming in with the heat. Then that's what we want them to do. We want them to come in with that heat, that fire, that gasoline, so I can learn. And if we can get off a good game in our first sealed, the better. Pretty sure I went 18 lands, so we do need a black. We can scribe with the Silver Raven. Alright. Just waiting on the opponent. But once again, I guess while we're waiting, shameless plug, if you enjoy my content, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the major platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I'm there. Just search Mr.Clintastik. I promise you, I'm most likely the only one. I typically play MTG content, but I also dive into other RPGs, Skyrim, Outward, Pokemon, whatever really. MTG wise, I mostly just play limited events, drafts. I also play standard. Did we lose a connection? Okay. Had to check. Make sure I didn't get disconnected. Are we about to get a free game? They... Okay. So we're going to go in and play. Opponent clearly got other things going on. We need black mana desperately. Like, maybe I don't even need to try these zombie ogres. Maybe they're just a little too weak. My goodness. We just can't hit our colors today. Cannot hit our colors today. And I mean, it's like, if we need black, we need all black, and we have no black. Wow. We did it. No attacks. At least we did find our black lands. We get to play a game of Magic. We get to play some Magic. My goodness. That's just tough. They get to draw a card. Like, my... And we're one land away. I mean, one turn away from stopping this nonsense here. Maybe I should have went on and blocked. I don't know. Grazilix is frustrating. Very frustrating. Especially when Grazilix drops on turn 3 and they have an evasive threat. No attacks. And Grazilix is just going to draw them cards for the rest of the game every turn. Fun! That's really fun. Thank you. Glad to play. Out of my first 3 opponents, 2 have Grazilix. Yeah, I'm seeing now. These things like Zombie Ogre, not even worth having in your hand. And we're running 18 lands and we're kind of missing our lands and everything. Can't even play our planar ally. They had 2 in their hand. We don't have any, like, we'll have to use Eyes of the Beholder to deal with a 2/2. Oh no. Or Grazilix, honestly. Another problem, our removal's honestly boo-boo. What up, Ashley? Thank you for tuning in. Here to see me get my cheeks clapped, because that's what's been happening. That's exactly what's been happening. I don't think we need a treasure at this point. Let's just stop some attacks. Yeah. I mean, but it's interesting. It's just the first few games. I just wanted to get in a sealed event this morning. I'm kind of late. But I'm having fun. After I come back from lunch, after this sealed event, I'm gonna run it. Oh. Just gonna see what they do. They might let it slide. I mean, they just had some very, very powerful spells. We don't really need Ranger Hawk anymore. Maybe we could use Displacer Bees. Oh no, they can play our Displacer. Oh, come on, man. Cut us a break. This guy had what? Xanathar. They also had Grazilax. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Like, this is the card that I really wanted to get myself. Like, my gosh. So cool. That was going to be a great play next turn. Venture, maybe even complete our dungeon. That's kind of all I wanted to do. If I can just complete one dungeon. Okay. I mean, I guess I could start giving my guys unblockable. That's so dang painful. Oh, jeez. And what's even more painful is how long it's taking the opponent to just play dang cards. It's like, yeah, we got the gas, but it takes us like 20 minutes to mentally process a turn. Oh my jeez. We didn't get to complete a single dang dungeon. My feelings. But it's all good. Still learning. And I mean, where's our freaking mythic dragon that we never saw once, and we wouldn't even be able to play if we did? Yeah, I'm gonna go on and bounce out of this one. Like, we're just letting them enjoy themselves, and they're just taking way too long. So, what did we learn from this draft? I mean, from this sealed event? Open bombs. And we had, in my opinion, some good cards. But they just weren't good enough. We never even saw Icing Death. It never, like, we just never got to play it. These guys might actually be decent in the right deck. Silk Raven was okay, but essentially, I mean, it went really good with that 3-drop that whenever you dealt damage, you drew a card. That was very powerful. We saw that twice, and we just really couldn't deal with it. We also, I mean, out of an entire sealed event, we didn't see Ray of Frost either. That was something that might have helped us protect ourselves. So we had Ray of Frost, we had Eyes of the Beholder, which is a 6 mana removal spell. It's just too heavy. We had Dragonfire in red, but we didn't have nothing else in red to help us defend ourselves. Once again, we had Orcus in red-black, but that didn't really pay off for us too well. So I don't know. I wasn't familiar enough with the cards, and I'm still learning. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be back this afternoon for some draft events. I'm going to try to do as many as possible. At least 2, maybe even 3. So if you enjoy my content, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you know when I go live in the future. Be sure to share. I appreciate all the support. As always, you guys are fantastic. My name is Mr. Clintastik. I'll see you guys